Hi everyone and welcome back to Excellence Noir. It's your girl Tasha and I'm back with another video. Today's video we are going to be doing Battle of the United. Okay. Battle of the States. Okay, Battle of the Kingdoms. Okay, forget it. Today we're going to be comparing migrating to the US with migrating to the UK. Before we begin, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who has been sharing and all those who have subscribed and all those who have been supporting me. I appreciate it so much. I've noticed that the channel is growing slowly but consistently, and I'm happy. And please, guys, continue to share with everyone. If we want to grow as a family, we want to raise standards, we want to make changes in the world, we need to be able to impact the people around us. So if you do feel like you are learning something from this channel, please share with a friend. So let us begin. You're thinking of moving from your country to another country, possibly the US or the UK. What are the things that you should consider? Now, I am speaking from a nursing point of view, but some of these things do apply to whatever career that you are in if you're thinking of migrating. The first one would be consider the length of the process. So you're thinking of moving. A lot of us use agencies to move from St. Lucia to the United States or the United Kingdom. However, the processes take a varied amount of time. So I know that for both the US and the UK, it can take about 6 months minimum to actually get everything done and to move. Some persons who have applied for the US using the agencies, it has taken them, a lot of them, a much longer time than they expected, especially with COVID-19. A lot of things have changed. So possibly the process can be quicker now, or it can be slower. But for some people, even before COVID-19, it did take them a few years to actually get through the process in the US. And some people, it actually took them just about 1 year. Compared to the UK, I think generally the process is much quicker because it isn't as, I don't think there's as much red tape as there is with moving to the US. So I would definitely say if you're really trying to move quicker, the UK would be your better bet. The second thing I would say, if you're moving, you need to consider your family, the size of your family. For example, when I was moving here, I knew that I just had a husband. And when I was coming here, I would only have to bring my husband across. The difference with the UK and the US, in the UK, you have the sole responsibility of bringing your family across. There isn't an agency that's going to help you to pay for your family or any of that. You need to be able to have enough money or to save enough money to bring your family across. So a lot of persons I know have had to save for probably over a year to get their family across. And especially if you have a larger family, it takes a lot more saving. But for me, I personally went up with enough money to file for my husband as soon as I got there. So the first thing I did after I passed my exam was to just get all of his visa stuff in order. And within 3 months, he was already here with me. Whereas in the US, the agencies actually accommodate your entire family. So everybody gets the documents that they need, and they actually prepare housing and everything for your entire family. Possibly you might get a vehicle, do your driver's license and all of that. And so you're properly prepared when you get here and you're nice and settled. So definitely when you're thinking about your family, I would say that I think the US is more family friendly. When it comes to actually getting your family across and accommodating them, I would say your better bet would be the US. Also, when you have your family, you're thinking about family, you need to think about the ages of your children. Because here in the UK, if you have small children who are not going to school and you need someone to look after your children, that is it for you. You would not be able to afford it unless you have your husband or your spouse or your wife, whoever, has a very big salary, because it's so expensive here to pay someone to look after your child. So what most people do, they work opposite shifts with their partner so that they would be able to manage the childcare. So for example, I would work day shifts, my husband would work night shifts, and we will just swap over the childcare. So that's what most people do, and it works fine for them until their children are old enough to go to school. Another thing you need to consider is the salary. As we all know, the salary for a nurse in the US is much more than the salary for a nurse in the UK. This has been an issue for a while, we know, but I think a lot of the times you have to really weigh your options. So you literally need to consider all of the things that I will be saying in the video and then make a decision. So living here for me in the UK, the salary is not that much. And especially when you include rent and bills and all of that, it's not that much. However, my husband is here and my husband works as well. We don't have any children. We don't have a lot of expenses or responsibilities back home. So we find that we're able to live a comfortable life. We're able to travel and to enjoy life and do stuff. So it's not really an issue for me. But for other people who are single and who come here, to be able to afford an apartment on their own is a struggle. So most people just end up sharing apartments with other people. Whereas in the US, I know of some colleagues of mine who actually work and their spouses stay at home with the children. And with their salary that they make, they are able to live a comfortable life. And you are probably, I'm not sure about the childcare in the US, but I do think with the nursing salary there, you would definitely be able to afford childcare and also be able to live a comfortable life. But in the UK, it is one of the major issues that people have. Another very uncomfortable topic that you might have to consider of late is racism. Now, I know many people might say there's no racism in the UK. I guess in the news we can definitely see that there is racism in the US, but I do know of so many people who have been in the US for so many years and have not really been, brutalized or killed by the police. But in the United Kingdom, there is still racism, but I would say that it is a more subtle racism. They would not, the police, I guess the police don't walk around with guns anyways. So you will not get the police, you will not worry about your child going out driving and the police would shoot him because the police are not walking around with guns. But you would get subtle racism with probably your co-workers or people you interact with, probably at the mall. You would get probably the way they look at you, or probably some jokes that they would give, definitely things they might say. But I wouldn't say that I personally have experienced racism being here. I've seen people act racist, but I wouldn't say that I've really had any bad experiences with racism here. So something that you need to really consider, I would say, especially if you have young children, like young men especially, whether you want to go to the US or the UK, when it comes to racism, you would have to consider the safety of your children and raising them up in this type of environment. Yes, so something else that you need to consider is whether you're somebody who likes to travel. I don't know about you, but from the time I was born, I always thought that I was Barack Obama's daughter. I feel like I'm the daughter that Obama never claimed, and I feel like I'm supposed to be living a bougie life, and I'm stuck here living this type of life. So I always felt like I'm the one that's supposed to travel, and I like nice life, and I like nice things. So that's the kind of person I am. Anyway, so I'm saying all of this just to tell you that I love to travel. I love to travel, and right now with all of this COVID-19 and I'm not able to see all of the air hostesses and watch them show me the directions out of the plane, I'm really not coping well. But needless to say, in the United Kingdom, I would definitely say if somebody who loves to travel and you love affordable travel, that would be the place for you, because there are so many places that are very nearby, all of these beautiful places that you can visit. However, I think by December 31st of this year, the United Kingdom will no longer be part of the European Union. So there will still be a lot of restrictions for travel, but it's still very much affordable to be able to move from the United Kingdom and visit so many places like Paris, France, Italy, Spain, and all of these places. Just February, I think, my husband and I went to Paris and it was lovely and very much affordable. In the US, I think you are able to travel as well, but it probably would take you a bit of saving to be able to travel to anywhere outside of the United States. Now, I know based on what I have been saying, you're beginning to sway towards the US. And I am not trying to sway you in any direction. I'm just giving you the facts. So I know that you're probably saying, you know what, the US sounding like a little better bet for me. But I did not tell you yet. When it comes to healthcare, I think in the US you would have to have your insurance and all of that, or else you would not be able to afford healthcare in the United States. But did I not tell you in the United Kingdom that we have free healthcare? Yes, I mean, we have to pay health surcharge and all of that to come here, but to be able to go to the hospital, go to the doctor, and not finish all of your money, I mean, we need to give a round of applause. We need to give a round of applause. So that is definitely something I would say like is a tiebreaker and is a plus for me, because I'm somebody, you all know me, I'm big on health. I'm big on checkups. I'm big on getting all of your stuff done, getting treatment. I like stuff like that. And so this one is something that is really dear to me. I do appreciate the fact that everybody can actually access healthcare. In terms of jobs for your spouses, I think it's equal. I mean, it's equal on both sides. I think there are jobs in the US that are easy to get and jobs in the UK that are easy to get. Some people have said of struggling to find jobs. However, my husband came, I think my husband got a job like 3 weeks after he came or 2 weeks after he came, and he's been working ever since he came. So I would say that it's equal on both sides. And the final thing that I would say that is the tiebreaker for me, which I didn't really know until I came here. So for me, I came here because honestly, it was the easier process. And there was something about the UK that I always really loved. But getting here now, I feel like it'll be difficult for me to switch over because I feel like I've been spoiled with some of these things. And after I tell you, you'll understand why. You know, like when you start a job, after working some time, then you're entitled to certain vacation days. I think in the US, you're entitled to 2 weeks vacation. And after you work a certain time, then you're entitled to those 2 weeks. And I think if you need extra time, you need to take leave without pay or something like that. Even sick leave. I think if you're sick, you just don't get paid for the days where you don't come to work. You only get paid for the days you work. However, in the United Kingdom, as soon as you have signed this contract and you begin working, you're entitled to 6 weeks vacation. No, I literally mean 6 weeks. I know when I got there when I just got there, my manager told me, I said, excuse me. And she said, you need to book it before. I was like, okay, ma'am, I just arrived and I'm getting vacation. Thank you very much. But definitely that is a plus. And I think when you get used to having 6 weeks vacation a year and being able to travel, taking your 2 weeks travel to different places, like I feel like it really takes a lot to get out of that and to move across. So that's something that really has me tied down. So I'll definitely say when it comes to leave, that's it. Like throw the cards away, I'm done. Just give me the contract, let me sign it for another 3 years. But I'm just joking, people. You make your decision based on what works for you. Even with sick leave as well here, if you're off sick, you still get paid. It depends on how long, but you still get paid your nursing salary. And another leave that really has me as well is maternity leave, because I'm not sure how long maternity leave is in the US, but I know that it is very short. It is much shorter than the UK, because in the UK, you can legally stay home for a year after giving birth. A whole year, you can stay home. You would get your full salary for the first 6 months, and I think the last 6 months, then I think they give you a certain percentage. But even your spouse as well, like the father of the child, gets paternity leave as well for a certain amount of time. So this one has me as well. But guys, it's up to you. Like I said, it's up to you to decide what works for you. I moved to the UK. I got to work in an ICU that I love. And God, I'm somebody who prays a lot, so I feel like God has been favoring me. So I cannot really say that I have much to complain. My experience has been so good. I have learned so much. I have grown so much. And so I really love it here. I don't know if I might ever move to the US, because there are just some things about here that are very dear to me. But it's up to you. I would definitely say if you have a family, especially smaller children, the US is your better bet. It's your better option. If you're coming here to the UK and you're single, you need to be able to put all your finances in order. Make sure you watch my planning video, because that's something you will need to do to stay on top of everything. And I will also be dropping a video about budgeting and how I moved here and I was able to budget my finances, make sure I had everything done, and I was able to save a lot of money from I started saving in January to now, which is September, and my husband and I have been able to save a lot of money up. Not like we have a lot of money like that. I'm just saying, between the time from January to September, which is something we would not have been able to do before, we have been able to save a lot of money, but it's only because of our planning and budgeting skills. So make sure you look forward to that budgeting video, and make sure you have a look at the planning video that I already did. And don't forget, guys, to check out all my videos and share with a friend if you are enjoying it. I really am enjoying the process of making these videos and sharing this information with you, because I'm somebody, I love to share and I love to see people grow together with me. So if you really want to see us making a change, guys, share. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And do enjoy the rest of your day.